third row. On the inside is the 1985 Indianapolis champion, Danny Sullivan. The outside of the third row, you look carefully, you'll see the number 4 and the red and white helmet. That is Danny Sullivan. And Danny Sullivan is right now running in 5th place. He's trying to hold off a charge by 2-time world champion Emerson Fittipaldi.
Now that's going to work up to be a good race. We have a nice one working here. Danny is really quick on a course like this, and Emmo, I believe, is every bit as quick.
Let's go down to the pits. Gary Carroll.
Well, Paul, out of the race, very disappointed. Mario and
they've been racing hard, and Emmo's tough on road courses. He's a two-time, I think it is, a two-time Formula One champion. And
two-time world champion, youngest ever in the business.
He's good, and he's in a very good race car, too.
A lot of debris out on this course. You noticed that as they came over the Route 20 bridge between turns 4 and 5. It could be a factor, Bobby, if that debris gets up into the coolers of these cars.
Well, the problem, obviously, will be the radiators, and it's right up on the sides of the cars. You can see the radiators right there. And if it gets in there, they have overheating problems. And what they are hamburgers, wrappers, and hot dog wrappers.
Let's hope that they're not a factor today. Let's go into the pits as they work on the clutch there. And there's Danny Sullivan. The second place car is into the pits. So Chuck Sprague and the Penske crew working on that car, and they're changing the wing angle on the front of the car.
Well, that shows that he's been pushing the front end or understeering just a little bit, Paul, so that's a natural thing to do that during the pit stops.
And if the question was the clutch, there may be evidence of it as they try to roll Danny Sullivan. Finally, they're able to link up, and he rolls away.
It would appear that he's lost his clutch, and what they do is they give a car a push, and then he just jams it into gear because they're just little old dogs that jump into the gears together. Car is injured, or Danny?
I wonder, though, if it seems like it could not have gotten away without bending the front suspension on one of those cars.
Well, it certainly would look like it. They're fragile cars. And, these are well over $250,000 cars.
Well, Danny Sullivan is now our leader, picking it up from Bobby Rahal.
You know, Paul, that is the most common place to pass going into turn 5, and I just don't think Bobby Rahal just totally expected Danny to take a run on him right there.
There are 11 turns here, 1.68 miles around. There are only 3 places in those 11 turns to pass, so they're desperate to get by when they can. Danny Sullivan, the leader at the Chase Grand Prix here at the Meadowlands. Sullivan looking for his 6th IndyCar victory in that bright yellow number 4 machine with just 4 laps to go. But the Penske team has told Sullivan, drive easy, slow it down, conserve your fuel. Fuel is very definitely a factor here.
Remember another thing, Paul. He hasn't had a clutch for a long time. He's been abusing his transmission because of the lack of the clutch. So he also wants to take care of that the last couple of laps.
There's the rundown right now with Emerson Fittipaldi in second. They will do. Will they come in second? Will they catch the leader? Will Danny Sullivan's clutch hold for this full lap? Sullivan on his final lap at the Meadowlands.
Well, he is going to have enough fuel, that's for sure. I think the clutch and the transmission is going to hold out. Or no clutch, at least the transmission. There's Peggy Sullivan, yep.
Peggy Sullivan, Danny's mom, as she is talking Danny around this last lap.
One happy lady.
Danny Sullivan looks for his 6th IndyCar victory, the 1985 Indy champion. A 46th victory for the Penske team, if only they can get it done. And for Chuck Sprague, the crew chief, it would be a 3rd win.
And here he comes down the last straightaway. Coming down not too far from the finish line, Paul.
Danny Sullivan, a final burst of acceleration. Here he comes on the main stretch. The twin checkered flag from Nick Bernaro. And Danny Sullivan wins the 3rd run at the Meadowlands. Danny Sullivan wins it here in the Miller American.